everyone, how are y'all doing? It's Mandy with Heart and Soil Farm. Figured I would kind of give you a quick little tour of what's been going on and different projects we've completed and things we've worked on. It's been a minute since we made a video, so I figured I'll walk around and take y'all with me. So we're going to start with my first bed. This bed is in the front of my property of my house, and I'm growing different types of tomatoes and zucchini in this particular bed. So this bed I have Atomic Grape and Tie-Dye Pink. I got those from Baker Creek. The Atomics are coming in really good. I'm super excited. They're doing phenomenal. We prune our tomatoes up quite a bit. I like to keep the underneath very, very, very clean. I don't have to worry about any issues with pests or anything like that. So we have different tomatoes. Here is my zucchini. It is doing fantastic. I have harvested so much from this already. It's just been magnificent. We've got some peppers coming in. I'm excited about the peppers. They take forever to grow, or they do, and I feel like they take forever to grow. That's just my opinion. And then this bed back here decided to be a crappy bed, and it didn't grow what I planted in it last time, so I replanted. And I mean, I don't have to worry about a frost until October, the end of October, where I live. So I planted some beans, seeing if I can get another good crop of beans coming out. I'll put something there to trellis it. I just haven't done it yet. So this is the first bed. It's doing pretty good. I'm happy with it. And let's go on to the next, see what else we got going on. Alright, so here is another one of my beds that I'm doing. Since we don't have, acres and acres that we are able to grow on, I try to utilize my space as much as I can. I would much rather grow on it than mow it, so I try to put beds everywhere on the property that I think that they'll do well. This bed has cucumbers and squash in it, and it has been absolutely fantastic. I've already canned up some dillies, and we have harvested squash from this several times. So this is one of the beds, and it is just lusciously popping and doing magnificent. As you can see, I've got squash. I can probably, I could probably harvest that one. I've got so many cucumbers I need to harvest. They're just growing crazy. It's been raining here, so everything is just popping. It's doing really good. There's some dillies down there. So yeah, I just want to show y'all this little bed. It's just another area for me that has maximum sun exposure, and I've planted in this spot for 3 years now, and like I said, the cucumbers and squash do absolutely fantastic here, and I'm really happy about how it's doing this year. Let's see what else we got. Look at this flower bed. This is the first year that we have planted flowers in this flower bed, and it has ended up being just magnificent. It is so awesome to come out here every day and just look at all these. I mean, they are just absolutely, just stunning and beautiful. Oh, buddy. I just love them. Look at all the pollinators. So it's just absolutely beautiful. So I thought I'd give you a quick little peek of that. This is another area that I grow. I've grown here for a couple years. I always put my tomatoes here. My cherry tomatoes do absolutely fantastic in this little area. They end up growing up my little deck that I have right there. and the lawnmower fits perfectly in between those two beds, and it's just got great sun exposure. So that's a little bed of tomatoes that I plant every year, and then I also have peppers on the end. And I did get these in the ground a little bit late, but I'm not worried about it. They're still gonna do fantastic. So there's that. Here is a little trellis that I implemented this year, and this is strictly for beans. Now, we had a late frost here in Tennessee, unfortunately, so several of my beans actually, I thought were gonna make it, did not. But I replanted, as you can tell, the smaller ones, and they are absolutely taking off. So I'm really excited about that. As you can see, I'm already getting beans. I should be able, I checked them yesterday, and I think they needed just another day just to fatten up a little bit. But they're starting to come, and I'm really excited about that. I have several different types of beans growing here on this trellis. And I love how they look. It just makes it so easy to pick. You just walk through the tunnel and pick them. It's pretty awesome. And I also have the red noodle bean, and those are starting to grow. Those are awesome. I grew the asparagus bean last year, and I'm doing the red noodle this year. So that's pretty cool. And of course, we've got our cherry tomatoes. So I'm super excited how this is looking. All right, let's see what else I got. My hemp field is looking absolutely fantastic. It's growing really well. We recently transplanted them from outside in the greenhouse to the field, and they've done really, really well. I thought, like last year when I did the transplant of the, when I put them into the ground, I got a few that were like droopy and sad, and I was like, oh no, are they not going to make it? So I went ahead and I watered these in for about an hour. So I watered them in very, very, very well, just to make sure that I didn't have any of that issue that I had last year. And I'm happy to say they're doing fantastic, and they're just going to be taking off now, and I'm excited about that, to see how big of monsters I can grow this year. So there's my hemp field. And then right beside the hemp field, this is going to be a walk and talk. I took an old, this is our old greenhouse, and we actually had it over where the beans are. And we had some horrible storms come through, and it just tore the plastic, the topping, all up, the plastic cover. So I was like, well, what can I do to reuse it? So I decided to kind of make it into, I put my flowers here, and I've planted more beans at the end and have put some twine up so that they can climb up. So I've just added some more beans here. I've got a couple squash plants in there, just to kind of let them grow. And I've just been adding different, plants as I get them into this. So that's just kind of something, just a way to utilize, to recycle something that we had. Our fire pit where we planted all of our grapes is doing phenomenal. I am super, super excited. Like I said earlier, we had a really late frost, and the twigs, y'all, they were like brown and crispy and just breaking off, and I was really ticked off because I thought for sure that we were not going to get any grapes this year. But long and behold, y'all, nature has a way, and it has come back tenfold, just packed right full. I just can't believe how lucky I am that they are just doing so fantastic. So that makes me happy. Yay. Yeah, so my corn sucked. I'm so irritated. I have never had an issue with corn or growing our corn, and I'm not even going to talk about it very long because I'm just so friggin' ticked off by it. But Our corn, this side is doing really, really well. And then, what happened? It just, y'all, I can't even talk about it. We're not even talking about it. On to the next. We have our big 50-foot garden bed. I have radishes, carrots, beets, eggplant, squash. No, not squash. Squash and zucchini. Tomatoes, all in this bed. And so that's what we're growing there. And then, like I was saying, projects. Y'all, we have so many friggin' projects. I don't know what we're thinking. So Bobby got the water bill today, and explicit language left his mouth. He was not impressed. And I mean, we did have to use a little bit extra water so far this season, just with some things that happened. We don't have irrigation ran up to, we don't have a water line, I'm sorry, ran up to any of our garden beds. Sorry, I almost dropped the camera, y'all. It gets heavy after a minute. But we do have hoses, you know, the nice thick hoses, and that we run up, and it, you know, goes to all the beds. All we gotta do is just turn it on. Well, I ran over one and busted one, and then I must have clipped one with the lawnmower, the push mower, and not have known it. And a few hours later, I went outside and I created my own little pond back here, because I guess when I clipped it, that pressure finally, it just burst, and I didn't know. So we did have a couple mistakes that happened that, you know, did make it larger. But he's wanted to do this rainwater catch system since we started our little homestead, and we just haven't had the time, been busy. You know how you'll procrastinate on certain projects that aren't like 911? And so this was something that we know we needed to do. It just wasn't like a 911 project. Well, he saw that water bill, so now it's 911 to him. So and we had the stuff. That's the other thing that's just crazy. So we've got the rain barrels. He's going to put the gutter on the shed, and the big shed, and we're gonna start our rainwater catch system. Get that water bill back down. So we do know that we have to darken up the barrels. So, you know, we've got all that. And then it's going to go on the end of that. And then in addition to that, we actually have our area cleared out finally. So this whole area is going to be where our greenhouse goes. We have the hoops there and the poles. So we're going to start getting the greenhouse going and ready. So that'll be exciting. So that's another project. And then let's see what's up, ladies. What else is going on? We are above ground garden beds. If you've looked at any of my other videos, you'll see that we had chip drop come, and that's where they will drop mulch off to your house. Like for free. So if they're like working in your area and they are taking down trees, they will drop all of that off for free to you. And so we had some in the area, had it dropped off. Well, we filled in, you know, several areas that needed to do it, but the above ground garden beds, it's just been getting hotter and hotter and hotter. So it's just been harder to do for any length of time. So thank God we have excellent neighbors. We have a neighbor who let us borrow his tractor, and so we were able to take the mulch from down in the driveway and bring it up and put it in the above ground garden beds, because it's been 3 years since we've mulched that area. So it's all decomposed and just needs new mulch for, you know, to help with, you know, weed suppression. So that was dropped, and then after it dropped, it's rained for like 4 days. So we couldn't get out here to spread it. So now it's like 92 degrees, so we can come and spread it. So we've been working at it. This is going to be one of those projects that are going to take a few days, because I really don't want to get like heat stroke doing this. but I do want it done, so it's just one of those things. I'm also keep looking over my shoulder because one of my silkies, I just found out was a rooster, and he tried to bite me, peck me, whatever they do. And he's little, but I still don't want to get pecked by him. It hurts. So the little monster, I'm just watching him to make sure he doesn't come and get me. So here's the above ground garden beds. So I have a gate, and what are you doing? Get down. Come on, you know better. Get down. You are not listening. Get off the gate. Get down. Get down. Stinking freaking chicken. But I can't close the gate because the mulch, we were only able to put it in on this side and this side due to the size of the tractor. I have if you could kind of see over there, I'll take a peek. Right over there, you'll see all the way down and up. That is our fruit-bearing trees and bushes. So we have like peaches, pears, apples, plums, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. And because of how I have them planted, the tractor could not come over here and get further in. You can see that's the cardboard, and the furthest he was able to do it is there. So we need to rake all of that over and pull it into the very back of the above ground garden beds and in the middle. And these vines are just, they don't care what's there. They're just taking over. That is just crazy. Phenomenal. Beautiful. So we were able to rake some. We did try to rake some into the garden bed as he was dumping several loads in. But we ended up not, I'm not going to lie, it was laborious, exhausting work. But we tried to get as much in as possible through some of these. So we did get some in and around, but we still have to do, as you can tell, the back aisles. So that's the project that we're going to be working on. Hopefully this weekend we can at least get a lot of it pulled over to kind of, get it somewhat where I want it to be. But I'm not going to lose sleep if we don't. I'll just do the best I can. The other thing that we did he's going to come get me. I haven't thought of a name. Well, I thought of a name. I just can't tell y'all. It's not a nice name. But, yeah, he got me on the foot, and it actually hurt. Like, he's not very big or anything, but I still don't want him to do it. So, oh, he's calling the ladies. He's calling the ladies over. So I actually built something for them because I have some additional silkies. I don't know where they are right now. But we built them a new coop. That way they could have their own coop, so I can separate the smaller birds from my larger egg layers, my Americanas, my Rhode Island Reds. And so we built them a new coop. Everybody likes it. We just finished it up. What are you doing, big boy? What are you doing? He's such a handsome fella. There's your girlfriend. He's such a handsome fella. Where's Bernard? There's the other silkies. Bernard! Bernard, our turkey. Bernard! What you doing, buddy? What you doing, Bernard? Come on. Come here, buddy. What you doing, handsome? What you doing? So this is their coop. I'm super excited for it. All nice. So that's the coop that we built for the silkies. That way we can keep them, like I said, separated from the big chickens. The big chickens don't do anything to them. But I still just don't want to, I don't want to run the risk. So that is where we are. With the animals, we still have Clover, of course. She's doing fantastic. And we're going to be adding addition, which I will tell y'all about later. But yeah, let's go check and see what else is going on. Look, it's coming for me again, y'all. This chicken. He wants to bite me, peck me, whatever they do. But he's just a monster. What are you doing? I have another. I have another rooster, Silkie also. He's the naked neck. And he don't come at me like this sucker does. But he's beautiful, and so I want to keep him so I can incubate the eggs. Because he is just, you know, I love his coloring. But he's just a meanie. There's the naked neck. That's my other Roo. Bernard, buddy. What you doing, Bernard? Huh? What you doing? Okay, so y'all, some of you might have a keener eye. That may be a Bernadette, but I've always called him Bernard. I'm hoping he's a Bernard. I would like a Tom. I mean, if it's not a Tom, it's fine. I'm not going to like lose sleep over it. But wishful thinking, I guess I named him Bernard. What you doing, lady? What are you doing? You're like right up on that camera. What are you guys doing? You're so nosy. Little Silkie pack. It's so funny. They all hang together. Duck. Oh, yeah, I got a broody duck. Hold on. She's just in a foul mood the other day, so I've tried not to mess with her too much. She was just rotten to the core the other day. You see, at least she ain't hissing right now. She was like hissing. Oh, I think she is. Yep. She's not very happy with me. Okay, okay, I'm out. I'm out. All right. All right, let's go see what else. Clover, are you swimming? Are you swimming, Clovey? All right, so that's a quick little just, you know, one over. Is that a once over? I don't even know. The heat's getting to me, y'all. But just kind of like what's going on with us, what we're working on, what we're doing, our projects, our projected projects that we're going to start. I'll do a more thorough walkthrough of all the vegetables and everything that we're growing later on. I just kind of wanted to just kind of show you guys. I didn't want to keep it just like a garden tour just because I have so much other stuff going on. But I'll do another video and kind of show you what we're growing, because I am growing a few unique and different fruits and vegetables this year that I'm super excited to try. So I hope you guys kind of enjoyed, you know, following along and kind of checking out what we're doing. I hope you enjoy it, and we will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye, guys.